kind of related to that, and it's kind of a bit of a ritual where you go out there with your boys or with your people, and you have a little drink and you talk about the people that you've lost, and you pour a little bit out and you say, that's for whoever it might be for, and it's kind of it's like cathartic, it's therapeutic, and it doesn't help anything, it doesn't change anything, but we kind of use the spirits of the people that have passed us to draw us back together. And I think it's an important part of the healing process, definitely where I'm from. So that's kind of what it's about.
Wow. I like how the choice of words that you've used is not like everyday words, if that makes sense. You've used words that you really seem to have thought about each of your poems. And I think that's what drawn me to you as well when I was at the event, was that your choice of words I don't want to say it, but like not normal words, if that makes sense. So that's really what drew me to you, and I think you have a great art form that you've got, and I hope that you have every success in it as well. Also, I've seen you do some videos for BBC Three. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
BBC Three recently moved to Birmingham because obviously they realised Birmingham where it's at, and they got in touch with a couple of different organisations about they wanted to shoot some kind of just like, as they call it, down the barrel poetry videos with some poets in the area. I met with the guy who was organising it, and I tried to put him on some other poets, just because I like to kind of shine a light on what I think is good. So not every day big up yourself and make it all about you. Sometimes look out for other people. So I'll put him onto some poets like Jamie Frasavuru from Derby, who's phenomenal. And we just got in the studio at BBC West Midlands in Birmingham and just filmed them. And originally they weren't the poems I wanted to do. There were some older poems, but whilst they're not written the way I would like them to be written now, if I wrote them again, the message of those poems are still things that are very, very true to my heart. So I did those 2 poems, and the response has been positive. Some questions. So there was a poem called Broke Verse Broken, which some people took offensively because they thought it was me saying if you got money then you're broken. It was more about people who think that having money means that you're better than other people. And I think, going back to what we were talking about earlier, race, gender and class or money, it's one of those things that it limits some people and propels other people forward unfairly. So I had to speak on it.
But you know what, sometimes questions allow people to think.
Definitely.
So in a way it's good that they had those questions.
Yeah, definitely.
You can either say to them, actually you're right, or you can say, well, this is what I meant.
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously you've taken it like this way, why have you taken it like that?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's always good to have questions.
It's good to spark debate. It means people are listening, people are paying attention.
So you've got your book there. Do you want to tell the people about your book? Yeah,
the book Adjusted. That's on my Instagram feed there as well. It's got 3 sections. The sections are Lost and Found, 2 Blue Lines, and Midnight Theory. And the thing behind the whole book, and the reason it's called Adjusted, it's about what I was talking about earlier. It's about that growth from a young boy in a kind of like a underprivileged area where aspirations are low and expectation is low. And the changes that I've made as I've grown up into a man who is in a position of at times authority or at times respect, and how I've had to get to where I am. And it's also about the feeling of, there's a poem in there called Lost in Foundness, and it's a feeling of I'm still not, I am not me anywhere that I am. But I am me everywhere that I am. So I bring a little bit of me to everything that I do. But when I'm standing on the corner talking to my boys that I've been talking to ever since I was a kid, I talk slightly differently to when I talk in the classroom. I talk slightly differently there to how I will talk to you right now. I talk slightly differently here to how I'll talk on the microphone doing a poem. And it's about me being able to balance. My message is more important than me. So I need people to hear what I'm saying. So if I have to slightly adjust the way I say it to get the message home, then I'll do that. And that is this poem is all of those adjustments. This book, is all of those adjustments crammed into one.
Wow. Even that in itself has a message, because we all do that. We all change our behaviours, our attitudes, anything like that when you're around certain people or certain groups. So I think that whole book is for everybody then.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so have you got any events coming up or anything happening you want the people to know about?
I am performing in Nottingham. I'm going to say on the 13th of June, but I could be wrong. At an event called Crosswords. That's going to be big. I'm in Coventry.
Okay.
At TEDx Coventry on the 23rd of June.
Okay.
I think. That's going to be a big event. And other than that, I'm in at the Anchor Gallery in Harborne in Birmingham on Friday.
Okay.
And other than that, I'm just there
Just
about,
chilling.
you know.
Just chilling.
And just look out for the book, Verve Poetry Press.
Okay.
Adjusted.
So in a few minutes, we're going to have a young woman come on, Tanya, and she's going to talk to us about her research. So I hope you can stop around.